Hello and welcome to Hixxy Studio. In today's video I am going to show you how to make this gorgeous little tent fold card like that using this die set from Jeanine's art. It's from the Hummingbees collection and it's called Strawberry Trellis, and that's exactly what it is. A little trellis with some gorgeous sort of swirls with the strawberries and the flowers and the leaves. It's absolutely pretty. So what we need to do is to start by cutting some of these bits and pieces. I do already have a few bits cut, but we will cut some little extras. This is one of those die sets that are really useful. Well, so useful, really great for using up your scraps. So I'm going to cut the trellis out of brown. There we go. Brown card, and we'll just get a little bit of tape to tape that down, and then we're going to cut this swirl out of our green. I'm going to put it there because I've got a couple of other things that I want to cut on this green piece of card. So the leaves, I'm going to cut some more leaves. Oh. Ooh. Alive. Leaves there. And what else have we got? Now I just pull the rest of the dies out and then we can look at what we've got. So we have, oh, if I can get them out. There we go. So we have, we have a little ladybird. So this one you will need to cut out in one colour for the body, and I did that in brown already, and then again for the back. So I'll cut that one in red. Let's get a little piece of red out. Because there's still some sticky on the back of the dies, they keep sticking to my hand like that. That on there. And that's all I think I need to, because I've already cut the strawberries in red. And if you look here, these are the two strawberries. They come with the actual fruit and then the little stalk at the top. So I already know that I've got enough strawberries cut. So I'm going to cut these two in the green. So I've got a couple more stalks. So put those on the green. Then I have some more of the flowers, which I'm going to cut out of white. And again, I only need a little bit here because I've already cut some of these out. Cut that down there. Now, what I've got left here is the bee, and I did when I first was making the card, I did put the bee together, so I will show you how it cuts. But when I put it when I started sticking it, I just didn't feel it needed the bee in this particular way that I've done it, but I will show you. So you've got the bee itself, and I've cut it out of yellow, which I thought was which I found was easier, and then I'll show you my finished one, but I've kind of done the black with painted it on afterwards. It's easier to do that way. And then these are the wings. Okay, so I did those. You could do them in acetate if you want, but I've just done them in this cream colour. So bear with me while I grab my plate. So we've got lots of little bits to cut. I'm going to put them all onto our plate. And I'm going to use the magnetic. Okay, as that goes through, we'll put these all the way. Just wait for it to come through. There we go. And you can see that there you go, the trellises are cut really well. Just push these ones off. Oh, be careful not to lose any bits that get stuck. Need there. Don't lose that bit. Oh. Those are the wings. Oh, where did it go? There. Okay, so that's our bits cut. So let's just pop them all out. As you can see, it's a really lovely thin trellis, and one that you could extend for a bigger card if you so wish. But I kind of liked the idea of just using it on a very little card. So let's move those bits. So we have to be careful not to throw away the bits that I do need. So there's the trellis. Let's be sensible and put our dies back as we go so that we don't lose them. There's the wings for our bee. Put the die back. All right, now what else have we got? We don't need that bit. Here's our body for our bee, and it has some really nice embossing detail that will allow you to see where to actually paint the black if you do that. The bee and the wings there. We've got our too much tape there, really. Bit of overkill. Well, that's right, it already came out, didn't it? So there's the body cuts out like that, which we don't need for this one because I've already cut that in brown. But we do need the body. There's one of the leaves that have already come out. Another leaf. I don't need the green strawberries, but you could use those. What I want from here, I'm just going to pop out, are the little stalks for the strawberries. There. And that other leaf, 3 leaves there. And the swell. And I'll deal with the rest of the guys later. Oh, I still got the flower. Nearly forgot the flower. Let's just pop this one out. Again, this is really lovely. Thin. Well, one that would be really nice on other cards as well, not just sort of in relation to this strawberry trellis. Okay, so that's that. And there. And the last, we just need the flowers out. And oh, where did it go? Oh, there. Right, okay. So let's put those to the side. Now before I actually put the base card together, I am just going to do a little bit of assembly of a couple of pieces. First of all, let me just bring in all these bits. I'm going to tip them out. Firstly, I am going to add the stalks to my strawberries, and I'm going to stick those on before I try to stick them on my project. So I'm lining them all up, and I'm going to find all the stalks. So it's a big one, another big one, and another one there. Whoop. Such big fingers. And then there's a little one there, and there. So I'm going to get my little glue here. Copy of paper just so that I'm not making a mess or too much of a mess. Just check my glue's working. Right, so I'm just literally going to put a little bit of glue on the top of each of the strawberries. And just put, I'll tell what else we'll do. We'll do We'll do the little ladybird while we're here as well, while we're sticking little bits. We'll put them up the right way. Still not the right way. A little bit of glue on the back of him for the body. And I'm also going to stick the wings onto the bee. I would probably paint it first if I was going to paint it before I did that. So let's just put the pin back in the glue. Ooh. Oh dear, I can't see what I'm doing today. There we go, pins back in the glue. And I'm going to get my little, it's like a wax pencil, to just lift these up and stick them. I'm not too worried if they turn themselves round. They don't all grow the same way anyway. So we'll just stick a few of these on. And there. So move those away a little bit. Let them dry while I'm fiddling with other things. And the little back for our ladybird. And then the wings for our bee. Get these around the right way. So this one here. And then this one here. Like so. Okay, I'll put those to dry. And you can see with the flowers that I have just coloured in the centres. So I'm just going to grab, it's just a pencil from Spectrum Noir colour blends, but you could use whatever, just to give it a little bit of a centre. So there's those there. So all of that is okie dokie. So what else have we got in here? Well, let's have a just quick look at the bee. So you can see this is the one I've just stuck. And all I did with a very fine paintbrush and black distress ink was to paint over the legs and these raised parts of the body. But like I said, when I came to putting it together in the end, I decided I didn't really want to use it. So, but that's how you would make that look more bee-like. What else have I got here? There we go, some more leaves. So that's all ready for me to assemble. So now we need our base card. So what I did is, I know this is paper, but it gives you an idea. I literally cut a piece of A4 card vertically down the length in half, and then I cut it to 9 inches. Okay, so this is half the width of A4 by 9 inches, and I am just going to score that in half on the right side at 4.5 inches. Oop, keep it straight would help. There we go. There we go. So that's our base card, and I've already cut the mats and layers, and also I'd already cut one of the sort of really lovely curly things. Brain's not working with names this morning, because I used 2 here just to give it a little bit more depth. So let's assemble this now. Start with the green. Green the back. And this is, again, this was from my scraps box, but it's the same green and red that I've used to cut the strawberries and sort of flourishes. That's what they're called, flourishes, and the leaves. So it all ties in. And then a little bit of paper. Oh, well, that's managed to move in that 5 minutes. 5 minutes in that 30 seconds since I put it down. Oh dear. Pay attention to what I'm doing here. Oh, there we go. And then the red, and then the paper. This is to give it a lighter background for everything, but still sort of ties in with the colours and the theme with the leaves there. Okay, so now you can, and I know I did for that one, use a spray glue, so something like the Crafter's Companion stick, the red cow, which is stick and stay, but I'm going to use the glue and my tweezers here. So I'm going to start with the trellis because that's kind of at the back, and you can see this is why, you know, if you do have a spray glue, you know, it makes life easier. However, it's not impossible to do like this, but you will need to blot the glue because these are quite thin little pieces here. I don't want it all splodging out, so we just blot that on there. Ooh, and drop it. And then place this on the side of the card. There we go. And then the next thing I put on was the two flourishes. And I put one, as you'll see once I get going, I put one sort of as though it stood sort of down with these at the these bits at the bottom here, and then I've angled the other one just to give it a little bit more sort of, I don't know if depth is the right word, but certainly gives it sort of more sort of more foliage there. And again, because this is very thin, I am going to just blot this off on here. And so this one, just trying to see what I did there here. And I'm just going to get another little piece of paper so that I can rub over the top of that. So, and then let's get the other one. Same again. There we go. Glue, just little dots of glue on the back. Remembering to make sure that you blot this off before you stick it onto your piece of work. There's a lot of glue there, and I think, yeah, probably about that. So I'm just faffing now. Just fiddly faffing. There, we'll go with there. And again, I'm going to get that clean piece of paper. I can just rub over the top there and stick that down. So the next it really is just about placing excuse me, placing everything. So I would start with the strawberries because they are being red. They are kind of the brighter piece. So it is just literally a case of deciding. Now, what I did try to make it fairly realistic in that I tried to make sure that the stalk was connected to this flourish, so it did look like it was actually growing from it, as opposed to just being randomly hanging in the air. And again, I'm just going to blot that off. So I'm going to put this one here. I'm kind of using my original as a guide, but it won't completely work because I think some of the stalks I've stuck on a slightly different angle. So just go with what we've got. They don't have to be the same. Still gives you the idea. I should put this one down here. So those are the three larger strawberries. And then a smaller one. We'll go with one. Where should we go? Let's go with one. Let's go with one there. And we'll put, where should we put this one? We'll have one there. So by placing it, you can see it looks like these stalks are coming out of this, so it all looks like it's part of the same thing. Little stalk on this one slid down a little bit, not to worry. And then we'll put, should we put this one there with that? Yeah, we'll put this one there. Okay, so that's my strawberries. Now I'm going to put my leaves on. And this time I think I might put the glue on here, as these are a bit bigger. So where should we go? One here. Oh, I'm going to use my, maybe not. There we go, one in there. And one there. So we're going to put them in here. Maybe a little one in there. Oh, going to stick. I'm going to stick to that. We'll have one down here, one of the bigger ones. But it really is a case of just deciding where you want, how you want it to look. Because quite honestly, there's no, rules on this. You could have more leaves. I just chose. I think I did things 3 times. So the 3 lots of the leaves, 3 lots of the strawberries, 3 lots of the flowers. Sorry, I was trying to think what else I had to cut. 3 lots of the flowers. But it doesn't have to be that way. Let's put it on the glue rather than under the glue might help. On there. So what have I got left? Large and too small. We will put. Don't know what to do. We don't have to use all of them, I suppose. Let's put a little one there. And we'll put. A little one. Oh, I am just faffing. Let's put a little one here. We'll leave the other big one for now. And then we're going to put the flowers on. One there. Do those first. One there. And one there. And then one in there. And here. Again, it's just about, looking at how you want to sort of compose your little picture, really. And one there. We'll put that to the side. And then the last thing I've got is my little ladybird. I'm going to stick just there. Okay, so as I said, when I was doing it, I had this, and then it's like, doesn't really fit the colours, which is why I didn't. I also tried a sentiment on there, and I didn't like the layout of that either. But it's personal choice. You might like a sentiment. I just really like the way that looks on its own, and then have your little sentiment on your insert inside. So that's a really lovely little card made using just this one die set, this strawberry trellis from the Hummingbees collection from Jeanine's art, and bits of scrap card. Really, it's really quite simple to make. So hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for joining me.